stood before you and told you my story. The brief union between a young man from Kenya and a young woman from Kansas who weren't well off or well known, but shared a belief that in America their son could achieve whatever he put his mind to. It is that promise that's always set this country apart, that through hard work and sacrifice, each of us can pursue our individual dreams, but still come together as one American family to ensure that the next generation will pursue their dreams as well.
For me, this is a season of hope. New hope for a justice and fair prosperity for the many, and not just for the few. New hope. And this is the cause of my life. New hope that we will break the old gridlock and guarantee that every American, north, south, east, west, young, old, will have decent, quality health care as a fundamental right and not a privilege.
And we know that President Obama will end the war in Iraq responsibly, bring our troops home, and begin to repair our alliances around the world. And Barack will have with him a terrific partner in Michelle Obama.
You know, the sad truth is that it shouldn't take a hurricane to bring us together like this. Every day across our country, millions of our fellow citizens are facing very big and real problems. They're worried about their homes and their jobs, their businesses. They're worried about the outrageous cost of gasoline and health insurance, and they are worried about the threats from our enemies abroad. But when they look to Washington, all too often, they don't see their leaders coming together to tackle these problems. Instead, they see Democrats and Republicans fighting each other rather than fighting for the American people.
Instead of mocking and ridiculing anybody who comes up with that idea, as the Republican Party has been doing.
Schuster, I have no idea what you're talking about. I started this by saying if they want us out of Iraq, let's get out of Iraq. I'm dead serious.
Well, tell that to the McCain campaign. Tell that to the White House, which mocks anybody who comes up with the idea that, oh, maybe we should have a timetable. Maybe we should call the Iraqis bluff and do exactly what you suggested.
Schuster, are you Rip Van Schuster? Have you been sleeping for the past couple months? They have been talking about a timeline to get out of Iraq. 2011, I believe it is. All I'm saying here is, if they want us to leave earlier, we will gladly leave earlier.
Hey, guess what?
And you know what? Just because I say Maliki will be killed in 15 minutes doesn't mean I care whether he gets killed or not.
Now,
If Iran acquired nuclear weapons, that danger would become very dire indeed. They might not become a superpower. The threat the government of Iran poses is anything but tiny. Senator Obama has declared and repeatedly reaffirmed his intention to meet the president of Iran without any preconditions, likening it to meetings between former American presidents and the leaders of the Soviet Union. Such a statement betrays the depth of Senator Obama's inexperience and reckless judgment. These are very serious deficiencies for an American president to possess. An ill-conceived meeting between the President of the United States and the President of Iran and the massive world media coverage it would attract would increase the prestige of an implacable foe of the United States and reinforce his confidence that Iran's dedication to acquiring nuclear weapons, supporting terrorists, and destroying the state of Israel had succeeded in winning concessions from the most powerful nation on earth. And he's unlikely to abandon the dangerous ambitions that will give him a prominent role on the world stage.
So let me be absolutely clear. Iran is a grave threat. It has an illicit nuclear program. It supports terrorism across the regions and militias in Iraq. It threatens Israel's existence. It denies the Holocaust. But this threat has grown primarily, and this is the irony, the reason Iran is so much more powerful now than it was a few years ago is because of the Bush-McCain policy of fighting an endless war in Iraq and refusing to pursue direct diplomacy with Iran. They're the ones who have not dealt with Iran wisely. Make no mistake, Iran is the single biggest beneficiary of a war in Iraq that should have never been authorized and should have never been waged. Thanks to George Bush's policies, Iran is now the greatest threat to the United States and Israel and the Middle East for a generation.